Kerouac. It's a beautiful Sunday. I wish I had some money so that we could go and do something, but since I'm out of a job, I guess that's not going to happen. What could we do that's for free? We can make a lemon battery! But where will I find some lemons? Hey! Perfect! Now all I need is something that has some copper in it. Pennies will do. I think I have a creative way of getting some. Looking for some pennies? Just 1, 2, or 3. When life gives you lemons, make a lemon battery. I got the lemon battery blues. Thank you kindly.
Get a job.
So, now that I have my lemon and I have my copper pennies, I'm almost ready to make my lemon battery. But I still need one more thing. I need something that has zinc in it. One thing that you can use is you can use paper clips. And paper clips do have some zinc in them. I decided to go instead with these screws. They're coated in zinc, and I thought that would work a little bit better. The zinc and the paper clips represent the portion of the cell that is the negative portion of the cell, because all batteries have a positive and a negative terminal. So these are the electrodes, all of these are. The metals are conductors and they work as the electrodes. The lemon juice inside the lemon is called the electrolyte. And the electrolyte allows the electrons to flow through the battery cell from one conductor to the other. So what you can use is you can use paper clips, or you can use the screws, which is what I used. You can use pennies for the copper, but because pennies rarely have pure copper in them anymore, you might want to go with something more like this, which is just some wire made of copper. It's copper wiring. So here's how you make the lemon battery. You put in your copper wire or your copper penny. You need a knife if you're going to put in a penny. On the other side, you're going to put in your screw or your paper clip, anything made out of zinc. And you want to put it in close to the copper wire, but not so close that they touch each other. And there, right there, you actually have your battery cell. But what do you do with it? So next I'm going to show you what you can do. First of all, to test the voltage of your battery, to see that, you know, if you have a battery that's, oh, by the way, you should also kind of squeeze the lemon a little bit to kind of get the juice flowing. That's another thing, because you want to have high acid content, the electrolytes flowing around. So you can test the voltage of your battery by using something like this multimeter. I got this multimeter at Radio Shack, about $15, $20 for the cheapest one. That's an analog. You can get digital, but it's a little bit more. So I'm going to be putting the positive end, which is the red, on the positive electrode, which is the copper. And I'm going to be putting the negative, which is represented by the black, on the negative. And as you can see, I'm creating some voltage. It's a very, very low voltage on the multimeter. But it is showing me that I do have voltage in my battery cell. So that's good. From there, you can also have a goal to maybe light something up. You would probably want to get something like this. This is an LED. It's a light emitting, which LED stands for light emitting diode. And there's a negative side and there's a positive side. On the negative side, there's a flattened part. And if you have it in your hand, you can actually see that there's a flattened portion at the base of the light. That's the negative side. So that's the side that you're going to connect with one of these wires. These are alligator clips at the end of a wire, and you're going to connect the negative portion of your battery cell, which is this the zinc-coated screw for me, onto the flattened portion of your LED. So that would be right here. In fact, I'm going to use the red actually, because when I tested out the different colors of the LED lights, I found that the other three were very dim and very hard to see. But the red was much easier. So putting it on the negative side, which is the flattened portion at the base there, and then I'm going to take another wire, and these wires are also very cheap. They're about $6 or $7, and you can get them at Radio Shack as well. I'm going to put that on my positive electrode, which is the copper wiring, which would be your penny if you decided to use the pennies, and I'm going to put that on the positive end of my LED light. Now, the voltage is too low. There's not enough voltage in just one battery cell made from one lemon cell to light up this LED. So something that you would want to do is you would want to take, and I'll take you over here to my finished product, you would want to take about 2 or 3 more lemons to get your LED light to light up. You can just, basically by connecting each one of the cells together, you would go from, your positive electrode to, here I'll start here actually, your positive electrode to your negative electrode. And then another wire going from that cell's positive to the next cell's negative, and from that positive to the next negative, and so on, until you end up with 2 free flowing wires that you're going to put on the positive and negative sides of your LED light. Now, if I do that without putting it into something dark, it's hard to see the LED light up because it is so dim. So what I've done is I've taken a film canister, and you can just get, these are old film canisters, and if you don't have one of these anymore because we're not really using film anymore, just find some kind of dark container. And what I did is I took the film canister and I made sort of a container for the LED light so that you'll be able to see it light up. Currently it's not lighting up because I don't have it connected. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take a nail and you're going to very carefully poke a hole in either end of your film canister, like this, and you're going to take your LED light and you're going to push it inside and thread the negative side through one side and the positive side through the other through the holes, so that it's kind of suspended inside the film canister. And then I took labels and labeled the negative side, which was the flattened portion at the base, remember, of the light, and the positive side through the other side, and I put my labels on like that. And that kind of also kept it in place so it doesn't move around. So now I've got my LED light inside of a dark canister. I've got it labeled negative, I've got it labeled positive on the other side. I've got 4 cells put together, and I'm going to take the one that is connected to the copper wire and connect it to the positive side. And I'm going to take the one that is connected to the negative electrode, which is the zinc, and connect it to the negative side. And I'm going to just get a close-up on that. And let's make sure I get it in there properly. And it's lighting up. So I'm not sure if you can see, but that's off and that's on. So there you have it. 4 cells is dimly lighting up an LED light. So that's my lemon battery experiment, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you would like, hope you want to make one at home sometime for yourself. It kept me from being bored today, and it was free. So that's the end of my demo. Thank you so much. Got me some pennies. Think everything's gonna be okay. Made my lemon battery, and I'm gonna get an A. Don't have those lemon battery blues anymore. They went walking out the door. Really? Guess I'll have to eat the treat myself. That doesn't work.